A warm greetings from Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. I am Professor Radhika from Chemistry Department. In this video, we discuss about energy flow in an ecosystem. After the successful completion of the course, Environmental Science and Engineering, particularly the first module, Ecology and Biodiversity, the students can able to illustrate the important features of environment and its conservation. So in this video, we discuss about the energy flow in an ecosystem. After studying this topic, the students can understand the ecosystem components, how energy and nutrients move through an ecosystem, and interaction takes place between the organisms which affect the stability of an ecosystem. The energy can pass from one organism into another organism by means of food chain. The sequence of eating and being eaten in an ecosystem is known as food chain. That is the transfer of food energy from the plants through a series of organisms. So in this picture, it clearly indicates that the producer can produce the energy which is passed through primary consumer and it is moved to secondary and finally it reaches the tertiary. After the tertiary consumer, the decomposes after the death of the tertiary consumers, the microorganisms take the food energy from that and finally it is used for the production of producers. The food chains are mainly classified into two types. One is grazing food chain and another one is detritus food chain. The grazing food chain is otherwise classified into two types. One is predatory food chains and parasitic food chains. Food web is nothing but the interlocking patterns of various food chains in an ecosystem. Many food chains are interconnected in a web manner, means it is called as a food web. So here this picture indicates that there is a more number of food chains are interconnected, so it is known as a food web. Let us see the diagram, the food chain and food web. So in food chain, any one of the species, that is the producer or a primary consumer, is missing means that food chain does not exist. But in case of food web, if any one species is missing, that food web can exist because food web is a connection of more number of food chains. Let us see the ecological pyramids. So ecological pyramid is nothing but the graphical representation of structure and function of a trophic level of an ecosystem. This ecological pyramid is classified into three types. One is pyramids of number, energy and biomass. Let us see one by one. Pyramids of numbers are nothing but which represents the number of each individual organisms present in each tropical level. So this level can expressed in terms of pyramid shape. Each pyramid consists of each tropical level. In each tropical level, the producers occupies, then primary consumer, secondary, tertiary, and finally decomposes. Okay, so here from the bottom, at the bottom level, high quantity of producers present. After that, somewhat low quantity of primary consumers, then secondary, tertiary, and finally low number of decomposers present at the top level. So this indicates that the number of each individual organisms exist in the tropical level. It is called as a pyramids of number. Similarly, pyramids of energy means the amount of energy of individual organisms present in each tropical level. For example, the producers, how much quantity of energy it produces. Primary consumers, how much quantity of energy it produces. So, based on the energy level, the organisms are classified. It is called as a pyramids of energy. And pyramids of biomass. in terms of weight or in terms of matter. We calculate means that is called as a biomass. The amount of living or organic matter present in a particular environment is called as biomass. In this picture, the producers, the mass is 1000 kilogram. After that, primary consumer 100 kilogram, tertiary consumer, secondary consumer 10 kilogram, tertiary consumer 1 kilogram. So gradually the mass is decreases from bottom to high. Now we discuss about ecological succession. Ecological succession means the progressive replacement of one community by another community till the development of stable community in a particular area is called as a ecological succession. So the various stages involved in ecological successions are nudation, invasion, competition, reaction and stabilization. Let us see the stages of ecological succession. It consists of two stages. One is pioneer community and another one is a serial community. Pioneer community means the first group of organisms which establish their community in the area is called as a pioneer community. Serial community means after its development, it enhances its community. That is, various developmental stages of a community is called as a serial community or series. This ecological succession classified into two types. One is primary succession and another one is a secondary succession. Primary succession means if the establishment of a biotic community takes place on a lifeless ground. If it is takes place in a watery area means it is called as a hydrage. If it is takes place in a desert area means it is called as a cirrage. That is, the establishment of a biotic community takes place on a lifeless ground means it is known as a primary succession. Secondary succession means it involves the establishment of a biotic community in an area where some type of another biotic community is already present. So that kind of establishment of a biotic community is called as a secondary succession. Okay students, thank you for listening.